Good morning, my gardening friends. It's June and it's time for a garden tour. Let's go see what's changed in the garden. It is finally that time of the year where my desert museum Palo Verde tree is in bloom. It started blooming towards the end of May and it should bloom for the next couple months. I will have these beautiful yellow flowers that the bees go crazy over. Oh my gosh. It's so beautiful. I love how it's arching over my walkway. So it kind of welcomes you as you approach my door. So much. Okay, now let's just back it up and let's talk about the differences that I've noticed this year. First of all, the weather. Let's just talk about the weather real quick. It's overcast, it's a little bit cloudy. We get May gray and June gloom, which just means that we have this cloud cover for most of the morning, and it doesn't get sunny until well into the afternoon. But what I have noticed this last week is that it's getting sunnier and warmer earlier. So that just means the heat is coming, and I'm not looking forward to that. It is so pleasant to be out here during this time of day and with this beautiful weather. So I'm trying to take advantage of it. So I'm out here pretty early to do this garden tour. But from this view here, you can see that on the left side, my right side of the tree, there's less blooms. And I do believe that it's because, first of all, I did not prune this tree this year. I typically prune Palo Verde in the fall, just thinning it out and shaping it. So I've been shaping this over the last 4 years because I wanted those beautiful green trunks to thicken up. And I wanted this to be a lot more structural and sculptural. You see that? And what needs to happen is you've got to thin out these spindly, thinner branches. See how thick it is? Let's get closer. There's a lot of wispy, thin branches, and it just needs thinning. And so as a result of not pruning this fall, the canopy was really heavy. It was very heavy, especially when it got, pretty windy, and it weighed it down. And so what happened, let's show you everything, showing you everything, my messes and the successes, showing it all. But it started to split right through here. So what happened was I used some supports to bring it together and to hold it together. So that was one thing that happened. Could have also been some of my novice pruning practices, but so that happened, the weight, and I think that stressed the tree, hence the less blooms on one side of the tree. So note to self, don't skip the pruning. Okay, I wanted to show you this shot too. This is beautiful, beautiful. First of all, can we just appreciate the iceberg roses? I was trying to time this garden tour when the roses looked good and the tree was blooming. That was it. Those were my only 2 requirements, really. And boy, I think I timed it just right. Look how gorgeous. Look how gorgeous the iceberg roses are. My goodness. I pruned these hard about 4 weeks ago. And what I wanted to do was just deadhead, of course, and then again, pruning, thinning out the canes. I cut out all the spindly, thinner, scrubby growth. You can take a look at all that. And it took it down pretty far. But I think it's better for it. Look at that. Look at that wild arm going all the way up into the tree. I love that. I just love that so much. Let's take a closer look at some of these blooms. This is pink iceberg. Got it at Costco, if I'm being quite honest and transparent here, folks. $12 each, and there's 3 of them here. Look at how gorgeous. But I really love this wild long arm. It's getting close. Look at that. Look at that. With the blooms of the tree and the gorgeous green tree trunks. I'm just obsessed. So obsessed. Let's get a close look at that. Those top two roses up there. Oh my gosh, I just love it. Look at that. So pretty. Okay, the other thing that's kind of gorgeous, simply gorgeous, is this bi-color agapanthus. The color is stunning. That's why I had to have it. I see agapanthus all around the neighborhood, all around the city, the community, commercial applications, everywhere. And I like them, they're pretty. But because it's so common, I did not think to choose it for my garden until I saw this one. I mean, my goodness. And then with Russian sage right next to it. And then the iceberg roses. And the blooms on the tree. That's my money shot right there. Oh, so pretty. And look at the butterfly bush. It has a really sweet fragrance to it that I really enjoy as well. Very pleasant. I really like this little area. It's very soothing and calming, this color palette here, with the blues and the pink, and then look how pretty the butterfly bush looks. I really like this. I really like this a lot. Okay. And flamethrower redbud tree is just stunning. love it, those colors. So something that I'm noticing is I'm getting a lot of my color this month from my trees. And I'm not mad at it. Lasts longer, not as fleeting. There's crimson green. And look at the structure. Isn't that pretty? Look at the trunk, how it formed those little peepholes. Oh my gosh, nature is amazing. And this tree is amazing. Yep, there's my porch. Been spending quite a lot of time there. Early in the morning or in the evening, we get a nice breeze in the evening. So it's pleasant, really pleasant out here. Okay, let's see. I've been doing a lot of maintenance. So I'm already in maintenance mode. Cutting things back, tidying things up, thinning, pruning, deadheading, all the things. Look at, I got my first echinacea. Look at the color on that. This is Cheyenne Spirit. It's so pretty. And my Purpurea echinacea, they're all budded out. So, waiting to see that pretty color. Look how tall they are. They're super tall this year. They're going into my redbud tree. This is redbud's second season. It's put on a teeny tiny bit of growth, but honestly, if I'm being honest, it's hard to tell. I'm waiting for it to really, really leap. You know what they say, the first year they creep. No, it's, well, you know that saying. They sleep, creep, leap. That's what it is. First year sleep, second year creep. It's in the creeping stage. And third year they leap. So I'm waiting for that. These leaves are so pretty. They're huge, huge leaves. Look at that. Okay, and I think the only other thing I wanted to show you guys was Mystic Spires, Salvia. Let's just go back down this way. Well, since we're right here, Desdemona putting on its second flush. That chalice or ball shaped bloom. They start off a little pink and then they age to a little bit more of this peachy, and then when they're fully bloomed out, they're white, a beautiful white color. Such a pretty rose, but I really feel like the best part about this rose is its fragrance. It has the best fragrance. Okay. Now, Mystic Spire Salvia. It is really a pretty plant. And I've mentioned it before, I bought it as just a little 4-inch plant. It was maybe no bigger than like that. Forgot to water it, didn't plant it, dead of, this was like late summer. Died, I thought it was dead. I cut it back, planted it anyway, and this is the same plant. This is one plant. the calyxes and the spires are so long. It's a pretty intense purple color, and it's just gorgeous. And look how pretty it looks with the yarrow. Planted, or actually I grew that yarrow by seed, and it's really taken off. So, looking really pretty. So, I'm going to end my garden tour here with mystic spires and Palo Verde. All right, friends. Stay cool and enjoy this beautiful time of the year in the garden. We'll see you in the next one.